In this series, we are going to be walking you through some vital question and answers when it concerns anatomy. We want to look at some key questions, providing you with the answers and reason behind this for you to better understand the choices of answers which we are going to be selecting. And at the end of this, you want to make sure to comment below this video. Let's present the first question. Since we are dealing with anatomy, let's look at the first question here, which of course I believe is going to be the first question that everyone could get it right. Which of the following best describe anatomy? We have A, the study of diseases, B, the study of functions, C, the study of body structure, and D, study of chemicals in the body. In fact, the answers here are all presented, and the best choices on this list, before I give my own choice, I believe you have your own already in the mind. Our best choice here is choice C, which is the study of body structure. That is anatomy in its definition. So the correct answer here is C. Let's look at the next question. In the next question, we are being asked, the smallest living unit of human body is A, tissue, B, organ, C, cell, D, system. Which is the smallest unit of the body? The answer here is answer C, which is the cell. The cell is the smallest living unit of human body. Let's look at the next question. Which anatomical position is considered the standard reference point? Standard reference point. We have A, sitting position, B, standing upright with palms facing forward, C, lying supine, and D, lying prone. The correct answer in terms of the standard anatomical position is standing upright with the palms facing forward. That's the correct anatomical position, which is considered as the standard reference position. So the standard reference position is standing upright with the palms facing forward. Next question. Which plane divides the body into the left and the right halves? Which plane? A, the coronal plane, B, the sagittal plane, C, the transverse plane, and D, the oblique plane. The correct answer here is the sagittal plane, which is B, the sagittal plane. It is the plane that divides the body as you stand and divide you into left and right. It is called the sagittal plane. Which plane divides the body into anterior and posterior part? A, transverse, B, sagittal. In this case, sagittal is not correct. Remember the first number 4 question was sagittal. This one, sagittal cannot be correct on the list. C, coronal, D, oblique. The correct answer here is answer C, which is coronal. It is, of course, the coronal that divides the body from the anterior and the posterior part. That is different now from the sagittal, which we just saw in question 4. Which plane divides the body into the upper and the lower part? The upper and the lower part. Which plane divides it? A, sagittal plane. Of course, it is very wrong because we already know about the sagittal plane. That is about upright position that divides. That is the upright position with the palms facing forward. We already know about the corona. Now, the two options from one of the two that will be correct will be either be transverse or oblique, for which in this list, the correct choice here is the transverse. So anything when we talk about transverse, we are talking about separating the upper from the down part of our body. It is transverse. So it is the transverse which is correct. So the correct option here is answer C. Let's look at the next question. Question 7 states, which tissue type is responsible for movement? We have 4 options here. A, the epithelial tissue. We have B, the connective tissue. We have C, the muscle tissue. And we have D, the nervous tissue. In fact, in this list, the correct answer is option C, which is, of course, it is the muscle tissue responsible for movement. When we talk about the muscle tissue, it is the prime muscle which is responsible for producing movement in our body. So when we talk about skeletal, as you can see, we have connective, epithelial, muscle tissue, and the nervous, which correct here is C. But of course, muscle tissue usually contract, as we are talking about muscle, which is responsible. How it does occur is because due to its contraction, when it contract and try to, the different contraction and release enables movement. That is about movement. It is about our muscle. Even if we are looking at our hand, for example, we have the bicep and the tricep muscle, which is here from the arm. As you can see, when you do like this and you send it back, we have the contraction and relaxation of the bicep and the tricep that function antagonistically from the bicep and the tricep from behind. So they function antagonistically. Movement only takes place when, as we go like this, there is contraction and relaxation. So it is about muscle that enable movement. So the correct answer here is muscle tissue. So let's move to the next. Which tissue covers the body surface and lines cavity? Which tissue covers body surfaces and line cavities? A, we have muscle. B, we have nervous. C, we have connective. And D, we have epithelia. So these are the different type of tissue. They are asking which among the list is responsible for covering of body surfaces and also cavities in our body. So the correct answer here is just the epithelia tissue, which is play a primary role in covering of the lining, especially the cavities of our body. It is about the epithelia tissue. Now, but if we look at others, like for the epithelial tissue, their function, it covers, like for example, the skin and lining of the organ, like in our intestines and lungs. We have the epithelial tissues that are there. They play this role in terms of covering of cavities, and also when you talked about body surface covering. So it is the epithelia that is very important here. So we are going for answer D, which is epithelia. And not only that, about epithelia, it also helps to protect, it also helps to provide protection and at the same time absorption and secretion. Let's go to the next in question 9. Let's proceed to question 9. Which tissue connects, support and binds the body part? We have A, the muscle tissue, B, the nervous, C, connective, and epithelia, D. Of course, the name already is showing there. Which tissue connect? When you hear about connecting and also supporting, we are just talking about connective tissue. So the answer here is answer C, because connective tissue is a tissue that plays the role of connecting part of the body, like from one part to another, and also provide support. So if they can connect the one part of the body together, then it also provides support. That is why in terms of connectivity and also support and binding body parts, if it connect from one part to another, it is binding and also providing support. Then we are talking about the connective tissue. Therefore, if we are looking at an answer here, the answer here with option C, which is the connective tissue. Let's move to the next question. The next question here is question 10, which state that which tissue transmit electrical impulses? Of course, we are looking at muscle, we are looking at nervous, we are looking at epithelia and connective. In fact, when we talked about electrical, anything electrical, we are looking about the nervous system, we know about the nephron. Electrical, anything electrical, we are looking about the nervous system, or the nervous, we are looking about nerve, as in this question, which tissue? So we are looking about the nervous tissue. So it is B, which is the correct answer in this choice. And we have this nervous tissue found at the level of the brain, the spinal cord, and nerve. Because here we have electrical signals that passes in the brain. Also along the spinal cord, we have electrical signal that pass across that area. And also at the level of the nerves, we have our nerve system, like the nervous system, the spinal cord, which runs right here, and also in our brain, where electrical signals always passes across. We have what we call the nervous. So the nervous is very correct here because of the electrical signal. Anything electrical, we are talking about the nervous system. So these are some of the top questions. We are going to be coming up with the next anatomy questions in the next release for you to learn even more. So you want to make sure to go ahead to subscribe, like, and also share, so that in the next upload you will be the first to have updates. You want to enable the notification bell icon so that when we publish a new video, you'll be the very first to receive notification and to see what we have new for you. See you in the next upload, and bye bye for now.